Hey guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Perhaps most of us have heard the phrase, God never gives you more than you can handle. And in our reading today in Deuteronomy chapter 9, we find that that's not necessarily true. In Deuteronomy chapter 9, we see the Lord promising to put the children of Israel in a situation that they could not handle in and of themselves. In verse 1, starting in verse 1, it says, Hear, O Israel, you are crossing over the Jordan today to go in to dispossess nations greater and mightier than you, great cities fortified to heaven, a people great and tall, the sons of the Anakim, whom you know, and of whom you have heard it said, Who can stand before the sons of Anak? Here, basically, the Lord is telling them, I'm about to put you in a situation that you can't handle. And he goes on to say why he was going to do that. He says in verse 3, So you shall know today that it is Yahweh your God who is crossing over before you as a consuming fire. He will destroy them, and he will subdue them before you, so that you may dispossess them and make them perish quickly. In other words, the Lord is saying, I'm going to put you in a situation that you can't handle, so that you can see my strength and my power and my might. And you're going to see me do things that you could not do. And this was going to teach them about the might and the power and the greatness of God. And so when we think about this in our own lives, we have to admit that there are some situations that the Lord allows us to go into that are too much for us to bear. Things that just go beyond our ability to process them, to be able to withstand the weight of them, to be able to endure them. Sometimes we get in situations where we have to come to the end of ourselves. Maybe it's temptations that are too powerful for us, or maybe it's people who are too strong for us. Maybe it's circumstances that are too challenging and above our pay grade, as we might say. Things that are well above and beyond our ability and our capability. However, he doesn't put us in those situations and then step back and watch to see what happens. He's in it with us. And he's there to show us that he is our strength. He is the one who will get us through those challenging situations. When we have no strength, when we are at our wits' end, when we have come to the end of ourselves, God is there to show his mighty arm and to show his might and his strength, to pick us up and to lift us up and to carry us through the darkness and to give us a brilliant light to walk by. It will be God who goes before us as a consuming fire. It's our God who goes before us in strength and might and power, so that we don't have to trust in ourselves, and that we should not trust in ourselves, but trust in him, trust in his knowledge, in his understanding, trust in his power, trust in his presence, trust in all that he is to help us through those situations that are too big for us and that we can't handle on our own. So yes, sometimes the Lord does put us into situations that are more than we can handle, but he doesn't just leave us there. As we trust in him, as we take him by faith, as we walk by faith, he comes alongside us in the dark times, in the hardships, in the trials, to pull us through and to show that he is trustworthy and that he can help us in those situations. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do a reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.